Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing a step-by-step tutorial of how to create this vintage inspired devil half hat. So what we're going to do is start off with the headband first. We're going to slip stitch, chain 2, chain plus 1 to turn. And that turn does not count. Chain 1 to turn. You're going to go on the back of the loop of your second chain, single crochet the first chain, chain 1 and turn. So that's row 2. You should have a total of 2 single crochets. For row 3, we're going to create 4 single crochets by having an increase on each stitch. One, 2 single crochets in the first stitch, again for the last stitch, chain 1 and turn. For row 4, we're going to create 6 single crochets, increase in the first stitch, single crochet the next 2 stitches, increase on the last stitch. Increase, chain 1 and turn. Once you turn, you're going to keep repeating that same increase, single crochet across, increase on the last stitch, chain 1 until you hit 12 single crochets. Once you come across your 12 single crochets, you chain 1. We're going to single crochet across 12 one more time. And we're not going to be increasing at all. So here we have 12 single crochets in total. Once you come to the end, we're going to chain 2. Turn. And here we're going to actually double crochet in each stitch, 12 total. And keep in mind that the chains that we're going to be creating are not considered a count. Now you should have a total of 12 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to chain 2 again to turn and do the exact same thing. So what we just crocheted right now was row 9 for a total of 12 double crochets. So the length part can be modded as long as you stop 1 inch before your desired length. If you decide to follow this pattern to the T, you should have a row of 19 double crochets. With that being said, I will meet you at the end of our double crochet row. So we should have a total of 19 rows of double crochets if you're following this pattern to the T. Once you get here, we're not going to chain 2, we're just going to go ahead and chain 1 and turn our work. We're going to single crochet across. So you should have a total of 12 single crochets. In each stitch, we're going to go ahead and chain and then turn over our work. Now we're going to start decreasing across. We're going to yarn over, pull, go to the next stitch, yarn over and pull until you have 3 loops, and we're going to just pull through, and that's how we decrease. And for this one, we should have a total of 10 stitches. And that's considered 1 stitch. Single crochet across. Six, 7, 8. We have 8 stitches, 8 single crochet in each stitch. Now we're going to decrease again. So we're just going to go ahead, yarn over and pull, go to the next stitch, yarn over and pull again. So you have 3 loops, and pull, and then chain, and you should have a total of 10 single crochets on row 29, I believe. So once you chain and turn, you're going to do the same thing till we hit 4 single crochets, which should be row 33. So you're going to decrease, single crochet, decrease at the end again, chain and turn. Once we chained and turn over our work, now what we're going to do is with these 4 stitches total, we're just going to decrease on both. So yarn over, pull, and then on the last 2 stitches, yarn over, pull, yarn over and pull, and then chain 1, turn over your work. Now we have 2 single crochets at the end. We're not going to cut off yet. What we're going to do is once we chain and turned over our work, we're going to slip stitch. Remember, don't cut. Sorry, I don't know why it was giving me a hard time. Okay. So now this is the part where we work on the front tie of the hat and the border of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 50, so we should have a total of 50 chains. Now what we're going to do is chain 1 more, and we're going to turn our work. So once we turn over our work, we're going to be working at the back loop only, which is this part right here. So this is the front side of our work. We're going to be crocheting the back side of this loop right here, just so you guys have an idea. We're going to single crochet in the back loop only, skipping the first chain. again. And we're just going to keep doing that. And I'll meet you at the end of this chain. Once you single crocheted across the chain, you should have 50 of them. Now what we're going to do is another slip stitch on the stitch next to the chain. Once you slip stitch, we're going to start stitching around the border to give it more of a cleaner look till we get to this chain right here on the other side. So we're just gonna single crochet across. I know this part can be a little tricky, at least for me, but it's not too difficult. That being said, I'll see you at the end of this one side. We're gonna slip stitch on the first chain that we ever did. We're gonna slip stitch and then chain 50, chain one more to turn, and single crochet back around like we did in the first one. Alright, once you have your 50 chained, single crochet, again with the next chain that was created in the beginning, we're gonna do a slip stitch. That way it looks more seamless, if you can see right there. We're gonna slip stitch, and on the other side of the border we're gonna do exactly how we did it the first time, which is just single crochet around till we get to the end. Okay, we're coming up to the last stitch right here. So what we're gonna do now is finish it off by adding a slip stitch. And then I just do that one more time. Make sure you tighten it. Grab your scissors. And there we have it. We have our headband, front tie, finished off with a clean border finish. So for the horns, we're gonna be making a magic ring. Okay, and we're gonna single crochet 6 inside. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this up. We're gonna do another round of single crochets in each stitch. Six, make sure your center is tight. For round 3, you're gonna single crochet 6 in each stitch again, but this time in the back loop only. Okay, 6. Once you have 6 single crochets, we're gonna go ahead and flip this out. See, it's kind of like a thumb warmer. And now what we're gonna do for round 4 is increase all around in each stitch to have a complete round of 12 single crochets. So that's 1, 2. Keep in mind we're still working back loops only. For round 5 and 6, you're just going to single crochet in each stitch all around. So it should be round 5 should have 12 single crochets, round 6 should have 12 single crochets again. Again, in the back loops only. So this is, I just completed round 5, 12 single crochets. This is also a perfect opportunity to be using your stitch markers. If this is confusing, I just kind of count in my head and just go based off of that. So now row 6, again another 12 single crochets. I just completed round 6 of having 12 single crochets. Actually, I might have to, I accidentally flipped it backwards. There we go. Okay. There you go, that's looking much better. Now for the last round, which is round 7, we're gonna increase single crochet, increase single crochet all around till we have 18 stitches total. Again, back loops only. So it's increase, slip stitch, and for this moment I definitely use a stitch marker. I don't want to invest in one. And I can just use this or a hairpin. For orders I don't use hairpins, I use safety pins. Okay. Remember, 18 stitches total. Increase. Single crochet. Okay, so for the 18th stitch, it should be a single crochet. Alright, after that we're just gonna go ahead, slip stitch onto the next stitch and finish off. So we're gonna go ahead and slip stitch. I do one more of these to secure it. We're going to use the long tail to sew it into the headband. So make sure you leave a decent amount. There you go. And it kind of already naturally curves. And then just repeat the same process, which is magic ring, 6 single crochets, round 2, single crochet in each stitch, round 3, single crochet in each stitch, and the back loops only. And then flip it inside out. Make sure that the stitches are showing properly like this. And then round 4 is increase all around for 12 single crochets. 5 and 6 are single crochets all around, so it should have 12 total in 5 and 6. Round 7 is increase, single crochet, repeat for 18 stitches, and then we slip stitch. And the reason why I'm not being very specific on this part is because everybody has a personal preference, everybody has different shape and lengths of faces and heads, so I really want to try to be very accommodating to that. So, which is why I'm saying go based off of, you know, your personal preference. In this case, you'd be trying on the headband, making sure what placements you like on it, pin it if possible, or use stitch markers to keep them in place, and then just weave your way through. So in this case, I'm going under, and over, making sure that it's aligned as possible. Once you weaved in a few, the tail that's in the middle, we're just going to go ahead and shove it through to the other side of the headband. Okay. And we're just going to keep going. So this is the moment where you want to add or stuff cotton fibers if you like. It's definitely a personal choice. I don't, just so it makes it easier to wash. Okay. Oh. Okay. Once you have all of that set up, you're gonna go ahead and just tie it. So one, it stays in place, and two, you don't worry about it falling off.